Hi, Gemini. This is Psychic Cheryl Lynn. I'm going to be giving you your March 2019 reading. Before I do that, Gemini, if you want your own personal reading with me, what you need to do is first go to my website, which is whiterose-productions.com. When you get on there, Gemini, prepay for your reading. Then call me. Do not text me. Call me at the number above, and I'll be happy to get you on my schedule. Gemini, all that information is on the bottom of YouTube, so please check that out. Okay, Gemini, we're going to do your March 2019 reading. And again, these are very general readings. Really an emotional month for you guys. An emotional month. Okay, so I'm going to read the 4 cards and then I'll interpret them for you. Okay, so the first one is best friends. Best friends. So this could mean somebody coming into your life to be your best friend. We'll get into that in a minute. But so best friends, definitely somebody coming in for you. Water, in this case, has to do with emotion. Your emotional state. It also means for some of you need to drink more water, you're dehydrated. But water is your emotion. This represents emotion because you got to talk about your feelings, Gemini. You got to talk about your feelings and then practice. Right at the end of the month, they're saying start doing things for yourself, not others. But we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so the first card you got is best friends. Okay, so best friends means you could be getting a new friend, a reconnection from a best friend from the past. You find out that your partner is your best friend, your daughter's your best friend, your grandchild's your best friend. You find somebody that really does love and support you in what you want to do. So Gemini, if you've been going it alone for a while, and I know that Gemini, you're very independent people. And, you really don't need people all the time. You really know how to be who you are. You're one of the few signs that really can be your true selves. But sometimes you need support as you're trying to make changes in your life, okay? Especially when you go through emotional changes, which represents, says water here. Now, again, literally, it could mean you need to drink more water. It could mean if you want to move to water, it'll be a positive thing for you to do. But to me, again, they're just saying this has to do more with your emotions. I see a lot of crying. I see a lot of purging. You could even lose your best friend to an illness or death or something where you're actually mourning. There's an emotional aspect to that. That could also mean the loss of a pet for some of you. You have to put the pet down, but they're saying that it's okay if you need to do that. But a very emotional month, and emotions coming to a head. And when they come to a head, you have to talk about your feelings. You can't bottle them up there, Gemini. You've got to talk about your feelings. You got to let it out, okay? Whether you need to go to a therapist, whether, a trusted friend. For me, when I need to talk about my feelings, I definitely go to God directly. You can go to God directly. You can go to the angels directly. There's Archangel Gabriel you can talk to. There's, of course, Jesus, Mother Mary. You can talk to the spirits as well to talk about your feelings. There's family members, some of you. But again, if you need to go into therapy, get into therapy. If you need to go into rehab, get into rehab. But don't let this emotion with this water clog you up here. You've got to release these emotions. Okay? Especially if there's a death or like a pet has to be put down. It's okay to feel horrible. I know what you're going through. Those of you that are going to be going through that. I have a little doggy now named Sugar, and she's a blessing, an unconditional love. If you don't know what unconditional love is, have a pet, because that's what unconditional love is. They're such advanced, loving spirits, but when they cross, and even if they live a long time, I had a basset hound named Peaches, many years ago, and she lived to be almost 15. For a basset hound, but she was so close, she was only really, anything I had. And when she crossed, it was horrible, and still today, it's still hard. But would I trade one day? Absolutely not. So for some of you, I do understand that now. And then, right at the end there, this is practice. So this means get into something that you want to do then. Whether this is a group that you wanted to volunteer for, classes you want to take, start that new business, start writing that book, start practicing singing, get out there and promote yourself, get the research done now, and start putting the energy and the love on yourself, okay? So the first thing is best friends. Remember, There's going to be some kind of support for you, an emotional month. So please talk about your feelings, get it out. And then at the end, start putting all the love on yourself and what you want to do. Well, there you go, Gemini. There's your March 2019 reading. I'll see you next month. Bye, Gemini.